6:52, time for the morning sprint.
Breaking news this morning, a Sun Prairie man is facing charges of attempted homicide and a stabbing attack. It happened last night at the Sun Prairie Walmart Supercenter. The suspect took police on a chase all the way to Madison's Near East Side. It ended in a crash.
Right now, the Israel Defense Force is on the border of Gaza preparing for a ground offensive. This is reports of multiple people killed by IDF airstrikes in southern Gaza. The IDF had previously told the United Nations and civilians in northern Gaza to head south to seek refuge from such airstrikes.
President Biden will be making a trip to Israel tomorrow. It's to show support for the country and to push for humanitarian aid for Palestinians. He also plans to coordinate efforts to save hostages that Hamas is holding. The number of those killed on both sides is at 4,200 this morning, including several dozen Americans.
At the U.S. Capitol today, lawmakers will hold a vote to pick a new Speaker of the House. The current Republican nominee, Representative Jim Jordan. Jordan spent Monday convincing skeptical, less conservative Republicans to support him. Jordan can only afford to lose 4 votes from members of his own party.
Police are investigating a break-in at an East Side church this morning. It happened along East Washington Avenue. Witnesses say they saw somebody punch through the church's doors. Officers looked through the building but didn't find anyone. The church itself does have some damage.
A Whitewater man accused of holding a woman against her will for multiple days is in custody this morning. Police arrested 18-year-old Jefferson Guzman Rodriguez Monday. Police say that Rodriguez resisted arrest and police had to tase him. He's facing charges including kidnapping, false imprisonment, strangulation, and resisting.
The man who brought guns to the state capitol twice this month and asked to see Governor Evers will be back in court this week. 43-year-old Joshua Plesnick is charged with a misdemeanor for carrying a firearm in a public building. Police arrested Plesnick on October 4th when he brought a handgun into the Capitol. Then he posted bail and returned back to the building, this time with a rifle. The governor wasn't at the Capitol at the time.
Governor Evers says that he'll use newly discovered federal money to keep that pandemic-era Child Care Counts program running. His administration says it'll use $170 million of federal relief funds to keep that program going through June of 2025. Evers says this is a temporary measure and is urging the state legislature now to make deeper investments.
Madison's Common Council will vote tonight on a resolution to fund the city's public market. If it gets the funding it needs, it could open sometime in 2025. If approved, the project would put the market in the former Fleet Services building on North 1st Street. It'll be able to house at least 130 businesses.
A man who killed 2 Swedish soccer fans in the streets of Brussels is dead this morning after police shot him. Officers had to evacuate Belgium's National Stadium after the man shot 3 people. The Prime Minister of Belgium is calling the shooting a brutal terrorist attack.
It'll be noisy near Truex Field for the next couple days. Pilots with Wisconsin Air National Guard will continue training flights in the Madison area this week. You might see or hear F-35s taking off and landing roughly until 8:30 Wednesday and tonight.
All right, 5 minutes away from the 7 o'clock. Sun officially not up yet, but we are getting a glimpse of some of the fog that's near the ground. You can actually see some contrails from some planes up to the up on the upper horizon there. This fog is reducing visibilities this morning. We're down to 1.25 miles to Madison near 0 in Janesville, over to Juneau, 1/4 mile along the Wisconsin River Valley as well. So watch out for the fog and then the frost. We actually were down to 31 last hour. We're at 32 right now in Madison. So the coldest morning we've had so far. 31 in Watertown. This is likely creating some of that frost. So as you plan your morning, count on some frosty conditions this morning. Allow some extra time with that frost and also the fog this morning. But all in all, it should turn out to be a beautiful afternoon. Get through some clouds. We'll get into the low 60s today. Tomorrow, some changes come our way as we will see some clouds, some winds picking up out of the south. And most of the morning into the early afternoon should be dry. Probably 3-4 o'clock. We'll have a chance of some scattered showers rolling through the Madison area. Temperatures do back off a little bit. Still a chance of showers Thursday. And dry for the weekend, looking at low to mid 50s. Morning lows chilly, but not too bad for the afternoon, Saturday and Sunday.
Chilly morning, but boy, that fog makes for a beautiful sunrise.
Beautiful sunrise, just reducing visibilities.
A little bit.
A news and weather update in 30 minutes.